Hi, Robert here of Best Kitchenware and Cooking Appliances channel. Welcome to our video on 5 best propane smokers. In a moment, I'm going to show you my review of the 5 best propane smokers, then my buying guide, and most importantly, my personal winner, my personal recommended propane smoker. After watching this video, if you want to check the prices and buy any of the top 5 best propane smokers, just click the link listed in the description below this video. And now, let's dive right into my review of the 5 best propane smokers, in any order. First in the list, is the Smoke Hollow 38 inches 2-door propane gas smoker. This is the first of many cabinet-style smokers that I am going to be reviewing here. Cabinet-style smokers generally offer the most cooking space and the most cooking power, while admittedly taking up a lot of space. All of this is true with the Smoke Hollow. I should say that I have used many Smoke Hollow products before, and I always find them to be extremely reliable and great to use. This particular smoker from them is absolutely no exception in my opinion. I want to focus on the cooking power of the Smoke Hollow because for serious smoker enthusiasts, cooking power is extremely important. The Smoke Hollow is probably one of the more powerful options that you can find on the market, assuming you aren't looking at commercial smokers. With a power output of 20,000 BTUs, it is an absolute beast of a smoker. The power is made even better by the fact that the cooking space of the Smoke Hollow isn't too big, 326 square inches. This means that you shouldn't be afraid to take the thickest piece of meat that you can find and throw it in here. The smoker is powerful enough to handle whatever you throw at it. One small, but very helpful feature that I want to draw your attention to is the ignition system. I hate having to struggle to ignite any cooking tool, whether it be a grill, a smoker, or whatever. Thankfully, Smoke Hollow seems to recognize this because the ignition system on this smoker is not only easy to use, just press a button and go, but also very reliable. I never had to sit there fighting with the system to get the smoker turned on. Another little addition that I like is the addition of sausage hangers. I love smoked sausages and make them quite often. While it isn't a big deal to buy your own sausage hangers, I did really appreciate them coming with the smoker from the start. So, given all the praise I have put on this smoker so far, you might think that I would consider it the best propane smoker option on this list. However, there are 2 flaws holding it back in my opinion. First off, the cooking space is a bit smaller for a cabinet-style smoker. Many smokers have 700 plus square inches of cooking space, which is more than double the cooking space of the Smoke Hollow. That may not sound like a big deal at first, but as you use your smoker more, you tend to want to smoke more meat at once. That's what happened to me anyway. Then the size does become limiting. Secondly, the smoker lacks a door gasket, which means heat is constantly escaping. You will need to install one yourself. In summary, here are the pros and cons for the Smoke Hollow. The pros are: great cooking power. Comes with sausage hangers. High quality cooking grades. Push button ignition system. And the cons are: no door gasket. Cooking space is quite small. Next up, I want to look at another smoker that I really like, this time from Cuisinart. The Cuisinart Vertical 36 inches propane smoker. Though it is a bit on the underpowered side, but it has so many other positive points, including its low price, high-quality design, and ease of use, that I still felt good about including it on my best propane smokers review list. Let me start by getting the issue of power out of the way. This could definitely afford to be a lot more powerful. However, while it is a bit lacking in the power department, it can still smoke a lot of food reliably. Sure, you won't be smoking a bunch of pieces of brisket in just a few hours, but you can still make meals for a good number of people with the Cuisinart. So, while I would like it to be a bit more powerful, it isn't a huge issue. Besides the power issue, I have nothing but good things to say about the Cuisinart. If you are looking for a cheap, yet well-built smoker, then you can't go wrong with this one. Plus, it has the Cuisinart brand name backing it up, so you know it is made with quality. The exterior of the smoker is made using really solid steel that is durable and can stand up to some punishment. So, you don't have to be worried that your smoker is extremely fragile. Likewise, the interior is similarly well made. The cooking racks, there are 4, are made using good stainless steel, which much like the exterior, makes them very durable. They won't rust on you and they certainly won't break. The smoker as a whole is just very tough and extremely well built. I appreciate the craftsmanship and I'm sure most other smoker enthusiasts will as well. In terms of cooking space, the interior offers around 785 square inches to work with, and as I mentioned earlier, you can fit 4 14 by 14 inches racks in the smoker. Definitely enough cooking space to make a lot of food at once. If you like hosting backyard parties, then this smoker isn't a bad option by any means. I find that the best method is to use 3 racks for meat, and 1 for vegetables and other side food. But of course, you can vary it however you want. If you want to cook really big chunks of meat, you can easily take out some racks to make more room. Before ending the review for Cuisinart, I want to emphasize about the price of this smoker. Now, you think given the brand and high quality of the smoker, it would be really expensive, but it isn't. I was very surprised by the very low price of it. In my opinion, given the price of the Cuisinart, it is hard to find a match for this smoker in terms of value. There are better smokers, some of them are on this best propane smokers review, but none that can match its overall price. So, in summary, here are the pros and cons for the Cuisinart. The pros are: great value for your money, very well made interior and exterior, large cooking space, 2 doors for easy access. And the cons: it's a bit underpowered. For this next review, I want to look at one of the best smokers that I have personally seen and used, which is the DynaGlo 36 inches vertical LP gas smoker. In terms of pure quality and attention to detail, I find it difficult to beat the DynaGlo. Before getting into the details, I should mention that I'm looking at the standard-sized smoker. The DynaGlo also comes in a large and extra large size. The features are largely the same, the only difference is the cooking space. The first thing that I think worth mentioning, especially after reviewing the Cuisinart, is the amazing amount of cooking power that the DynaGlo brings to the table. It has a cast iron burner that boasts a power output of around 15,000 BTUs. That makes it among the most powerful smokers that I have reviewed so far on this best propane smokers list. I don't think power is everything when it comes to a smoker, but I do find it difficult to deny the sheer power of the DynaGlo. If you enjoy large-scale smoking, then this is definitely the option for you. Another thing that I want to point out is that the walls of this smoker are extremely thick. Now, I'm pointing this out for a few reasons. First off, it does make the smoker more durable. Secondly, and more importantly, the thick walls help to keep heat in. One of the things I have come to learn over the years is the importance of heat retention. Smoking meat is a precise art and you need to keep the meat at a precise and consistent temperature. The thick walls of the DynaGlo really do help in this regard. Likewise, it has 2 doors, so if you want to add wood chips or remove drippings, you don't have to open up the main door and let valuable heat out. In terms of cooking space, the regular-sized DynaGlo provides 784 square inches of cooking space and 4 stainless steel cooking racks. This makes it basically the exact same, size-wise, as the Cuisinart. This is another great smoker to use for big backyard parties because it can cook a ton of really delicious meat at once. I think the best indicator of how good this smoker is that I struggle to think of really any negative aspects. If I wanted to be really nitpicky, I would say that the built-in thermometer isn't that good, so I would recommend doing what I did, and that's buying your own. In summary, here are the pros and cons for the DynaGlo. The pros are: very thick walls that keep heat in, large cooking space, powerful cast iron burner, 2 doors make adding wood chips more convenient. And the cons: the built-in thermometer isn't that good. Fourth in the list is the Masterbuilt GS40 Black Propane Smoker. While I personally prefer using bigger smokers, I fully understand that isn't going to be the case for everyone. In this review, and in the next one, I want to focus on some smaller smokers that will be good for those of you who may have limited space or who may just want a smaller smoker. Masterbuilt, like a lot of other brands in the best propane smokers review list, has quite a reputation. This smoker, in my opinion, definitely lives up to the standards set by other Masterbuilt products, but in a much smaller package. The power output of the Masterbuilt is an impressive 15,000 BTUs. Likewise, it comes with a very handy and easy-to-use push-button ignition system. Finally, I should also mention that it has durable, non-stick cooking racks so you won't have to buy your own. So, in summary, here are the pros and cons for the Masterbuilt GS40. The pros are: good cooking power, push-button ignition system, good cooking racks. The cons, not very good in heat retention. The last but not the least, the Masterbuilt MPS Patio 2 Portable Propane Smoker. For the last entry on this list, I am looking at yet another small, portable smoker from Masterbuilt. This is by far the smallest entry that I have reviewed on this list. So, if you are looking for a small, portable smoker that is only meant to feed a small family, then this is the one for you. A lot of the features of this smoker won't seem impressive when compared to other entries on my best propane smokers review list. For example, it only has a power output of 5,000 BTUs, which is minuscule compared to every other smoker that I have reviewed so far. However, you have to consider the features in the context of the smoker. This smoker is positively small. It can fit basically anywhere that you want it to. It is compact and very portable. When you consider this fact, the 5,000 BTU power output becomes a lot more impressive. Another great thing that I have to mention is how this includes a lot of features that you see on bigger Masterbuilt smokers. This includes the high-quality cooking grates, the easy-to-use ignition system, and more. In summary, here are the pros and cons for the Masterbuilt MPS. The pros are: compact and portable, good power output given the size, reliable, easy-to-use ignition system, good cooking grates. The cons: not for those who are into large-scale smoking food. Now, before I will announce my personal winner, my personal recommended propane smoker, let me share first my personal propane smoker buying guide. I'm going to share what features I consider to be most important in the hopes that it can help you when you go shopping for a smoker. First, about BTUs and square inches. Cooking power is extremely important for obvious reasons, but one thing that I want to get across is that you can't look at it in a vacuum. One of the first things that I learned when getting into smoking food is that you can't just get caught up in the numbers. For example, a smoker with a high BTU output may seem really powerful, but if it also has a large cooking space, it may not cook as fast as you would assume. You have to get into the habit of considering both the BTUs and the square inches together. Next up, heat retention. I always look at the heat retention capabilities of any smoker. As I said before, smoking meat very much requires good temperature control. Controlling the temperature becomes difficult if the smoker is constantly losing heat. When it comes to heat retention, there are a few things to consider. Does the smoker has really thick walls? Thick walls on a smoker help to keep heat in. Likewise, you also want to make sure that the smoker is well sealed. If a smoker isn't and you still want to buy it, I would really recommend installing a door gasket on your own to help improve the seal. Next, ease of use. After checking out the heat retention capabilities, I check out how easy the smoker is to use. I look for things like multiple doors that let me quickly add or take out wood chips. I look for cooking grates that can be easily taken out and put back in. And this is something I stressed a lot on. I look for an easy-to-use ignition system, preferably a push-button system. Now comes the size and cost. Because I am really into smokers, size and cost aren't really issues for me. But, if you are new to using smokers or if you just plan to use one casually, then these are things that you are definitely going to want to consider. This is why I included cheaper and smaller propane smokers on my 5 best propane smokers list, even if they aren't the best in terms of technical quality. Generally speaking, you can find some pretty good small smokers for under $100. And now, for the most awaited moment, here is my personal winner, my recommended best propane smoker. Drum roll please. It's none other than the DynaGlo 36 inches vertical LP gas smoker. But that's me. You may have a different winner, and you should choose your best propane smoker based on your own criteria and your circumstances. So, that's it for this review video. I hope you learned something new today about propane smokers. If you have any comments or criticisms that you want to share regarding my best propane smokers review, just let me know by leaving a comment below. I appreciate all feedback. If you like this video, click the like, share, or save buttons or options below, and make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification for you to be notified of our upcoming videos on kitchenware and cooking appliances. Lastly, click the links listed in the description below this video to check the prices and to buy your chosen propane smoker. Thanks for watching. Cheers to making smoked food exciting and tummy filling.